Good morning to all of you. Once again, welcome to Economics Lab. We are having the discussion on the people as a resource, chapter number 2 of economics. And today we are going to see about the quality of population. In that we have finished education, and in this class we will see about the health and unemployment. So let's move further. Chapter number 2. People as a resource, topic number 6, health and unemployment, we are going to understand today. So first topic we are going to see health. For maximum profit, do you think any firm would be induced to employ people who might have not worked efficiently as healthy workers because of ill health? So here the health is important. You are knowing about that phrase. Health is wealth, right? I repeat, health is wealth. If you are not healthy, so you can't do your all activity in which way you used to do when you were healthy. First point is about that health is very important. If healthy population will not be there, so more amount of money is going to be spent on to recover that illness only. So let's move to see about how the quality of population is dependent upon the major factor, health also. First, the picture 2.5. By seeing this photo, you can understand quickly whenever you are going for any educational tour, right? Now you are in 9th standard. When you were in 8th standard, you move to educational tour. When you are going for educational tour, you are moving to MI room, and at that time your medical checkup is done. Right? By seeing this one, the children are standing one by one, see here. So like that, by seeing this image, you can understand quickly how health is important. To move for the educational tour also, we are having a medical checkup, then only we are sending you for the tour. Next, the health of the person helps him to realize his or her potential and ability to fight illness. He/she will not be able to maximize his or her output to the overall growth of the organization. As if your health is not okay and still by giving any reason you are moving for educational tour, so you are not going to enjoy the tour fun and enjoyment because your health is not okay. If your health is okay, then you can enjoy. So by seeing this one example, you can understand your own potentiality cannot be used properly if you are not healthy. The next, indeed, the health is an indispensable basis of realizing one's well-being. Henceforth, improvement in the health status of the population has been the priority of the country. Just you all peoples are knowing about that today in this world, whole world is suffering with the COVID-19, and all are running behind to have a good health and to make ourselves to be fit and fine and to take n number of the precautions so that they can be disease free. They should not have any illness. You are attending online classes. The reason why about your health should be okay, that's why the government is not opening the school up to now, because health is very important. So the government of India from the month of the March up to now taking n number of the steps and providing number of medical facility so that each citizen of the country should be having the good health and should get good medical facilities. Next, our national policy 2 aims to improving the accessibility of the healthcare, family welfare and the nutritional services with the special focus on the underprivileged segment of the population. I don't want to explain more about it because already I stated this. First point I want to highlight here, underprivileged. The government is giving the free food grains to the people, those who are poor, those who are below poverty line. They are not having anything. They are the laborer people. They are migrating from one place to another. You have observed each and everything in the news how the government is supporting to them, right? How the NGOs are helping, how the different peoples coming forward and helping these underprivileged persons. Over the last 5 decades, right, India has built a in the government as well as in the private sector. So as we are knowing about the SAIL, that is the Steel Authority of India, and TISCO, that's the Tata Industry. So the government and private both have merged very powerfully to work for the country's growth and development. Next, table number 2.2. Please observe this table carefully. This table is speaking the health infrastructure over the years from 2013, 14, 15, 16 and 17. So your job is to study this table, and on the basis of this table, few questions are going to be asked. You have to write in your notebook that answers. That is your homework. These are the questions that's discussed. You have to write it down, right? And whenever you will come to school, at the time we are going to discuss that answer. Those who are having the book, in the book only you should do that. And those who are not having this textbook, you please read that and do it on a piece of a paper or in your notebook. Next, there are many places in India which do not have even these basic facilities. There are only 381 medical colleges in the country and 301 dental colleges. 381 medical college and 301 dental colleges. Then just 4 states like Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu have the maximum number of the college, right? Next, unemployment. Now we are going to see about what is unemployment. Okay? Point number 1, we are going to see about unemployment, what is unemployment and what are the types of unemployment. First, unemployment is the situation when a person is willing to work but not getting the work. Right? The person wants to work but the person is not getting the work. Plus, this unemployment we are going to see by placing the stories which already we studied. Next, Sakal's mother Sheela looked after the domestic chores, children and helped her husband Bhuta in the field. Sakal's brother Jitu and sister Situ spent their time playing and roaming. Can you call Sheela and Jitu or Situ unemployed? If not, what? Right? By reading this you can understand about that. This is the story which you already read about the Sakal story. Sakals and Vilas, when we started the chapter. Here is when we ask, is Sheela, she is unemployed, is Jitu unemployed, is Situ is also unemployed. So if not, why? Because these people are working in the home for their family, they are not working outside. So bifurcation for economic activity and non-economic activity, right? Next. Unemployment is said to exist when the people who are willing to work at the going wages cannot find the job. As I stated to you earlier, what is unemployment? When the person is willing to work but not getting the particular job to work. Then Sheela is not interested in working outside her domestic domain. Jitu and Situ are too small to be continued in the workforce population. So your all answers are here. Right? Neither Jitu and Situ and Sheela can be counted as unemployed. The workforce population includes population from 15 years to 59. This particular line already you studied when you were in 8th standard in geography. That was the topic speaking about human resources. Right? In that occupational structure, in that point already you have studied this. Next, Sakal's brother and sister do not fall within the age of the group so that they can be called as unemployed. So concept is clear to everybody. Sakal's mother Sheela worked for the family. She is not willing to work outside her domestic domains for payment. She too cannot be called unemployed. Sakal's grandparents, although not mentioned in the story, cannot be called as unemployed. In case of India, we have unemployment in rural and urban areas. However, the nature of unemployment differ in a rural and urban area. In case of the rural areas, there is seasonal and disguised unemployment. Urban areas have mostly educated unemployment and technical unemployment. What is unemployment? Person is willing to work on so and so wages but not finding the job, not getting the job, right? Here we are going to see about the different types of unemployment. Seasonal unemployment, disguised unemployment, educational unemployment and technical unemployment. So education, after getting good education, graduation, post-graduation, then also people are having lot many degree in hand but not having the job. They are educated but unemployed. Seasonal and disguised, this is basically we are talking about the rural and urban areas unemployment. Particularly season they will have a job and after that they will not have the job. Just the agriculture area. Seasonal unemployments happen when the people are not able to find the jobs during the month of the year. People depend on agriculture usually face such kind of a problem. At the time of sowing in the agriculture field or harvesting, they are having the job in their hand, and after that 2 period will move, that season they don't have the job, so that is going to be called as seasonal. You remember the story of Dala and Ramkali, right? Next, there are certain busy season when sowing, harvesting, weeding and threshing is done. Certain months do not provide much work to the people dependent on agriculture. Next, in case of disguised unemployment, people appear to be employed. They are agriculture plot where they find the job. This usually happens among the family members engaged in agriculture activity. The work requires the service of 5 but engaged 8 people, 3 people are extra. The particular work can be done by the 5 people but there are 8 people in the particular field to do that work, right? So the 3 people, those who are extra, they will come under the disguised unemployment. This type of unemployment is called as disguised unemployment. Next, these 3 people also work in the same plot as their other. The contribution made by the 3 extra people does not add to the contribution made by the 5 people. Because the work can be done by the 5 people but 3 are extra and they are helping their hand and nothing, the output should be there. If 3 people are removed from the productivity of the field, will not decline. The productivity will be the same. The field requires the service of 5 people only and the 3 extra people are the disguised unemployed. Right? Next, in case of urban areas, educated unemployment has been a common problem. Many youth with many degrees, they are holding in their hand but they don't have a job. Next, a study shows that unemployment of graduate and postgraduate has increased faster than among this. I will explain you this topic about that. After getting so much qualification, after being qualified with the so and so degree, people don't want to work on the low pay. They will develop a mentality, no, I am well educated like this, how I can work on this particular salary on this level. That is not up to my status and they will remain unemployment. If they are going to the respective job, at that time the burden of the population, lot many educated people will come from the different areas to search that job, and for one vacancy there will be 1,000 people, so how they will get the job? Next, a paradoxical manpower situation is the witness of surplus of manpower in certain categories coexist with the shortage of manpower in other. There is unemployment among the technical qualified person. They are not technical sound. Suppose if I am not knowing the computer knowledge, so I am technically not sound in computer, so I will not get that job. So technical unemployment is also one type of unemployment. So qualified person on one hand where there is a breadth in the technical skills required for the economic growth. Next, unemployment leads to wastage of the manpower resource. People who are asset for the economy turn into a liability. So unemployment will make the people to become the liable resource on the country instead of becoming an asset to the country. There is a feeling of the hopelessness and despair amongst the youth. People do not have enough money to support their family. Inability of educated people who are willing to work to find the gainful employment impulse the great social waste. In search of, I will get that job only, of that status, of that salary only. In search of this and like that, they will become the liability on the country only. Next, unemployment tends to increase economic overload. The dependence of unemployment on the working population increases. The quality of the life of the individual as well as of the society is diversely affected. When a family has to live on a bare subsistence level, there is a general decline in the health status and rising the withdrawal from the school system, because the burden of the population will make the population going to be unhealthy and going to produce more unemployment. Next, health unemployment has determined impact on the overall growth of the economy. Increase in unemployment is an indicator of the distressed economy. It is also based on the resources which could have been gainful employment. If people cannot be used as a resource, they naturally appear as a liability on the economy. This is very important. Dear children, please look to this line. If you are not using yourself in a very good way, you are going to produce yourself in not in a asset on a liable resource to the economy. Next, in case of India, statistically the unemployment rate is low. A large number of the people represent with the low income productivity and count as unemployed. They appear to work throughout the year but turns into their potentiality and the income is not educated for them. You heard many people say I am working day and night but still I am not able to manage my household chores, education for the children, so and so. My earning is less. So that's the situation. The work that they are pursuing seems forced upon them. They may therefore want to do other work for their choices. Poor people cannot afford to sit idle, because if they will not work, they will sit, they will not get a bite of food, they will not earn money. They tend to engage in any activity irrespective of its earning potential. Their earning keeps them on a bare subsistence labor. Then next, last, moreover, the employment structure is characterized by the self-employment in the primary sector. The whole family contribution in the field, even though not everybody is really needed. So there is disguised unemployment in the agriculture sector. Clear this one? The whole family members are engaged in the agriculture field. Not their services required. 2 can work in the field, but 4 are engaged, so that 2 others are disguised unemployment. They are only supporting. Then, but the entire family share what has been produced. This concept of sharing of work in the field and the produced rice reduce the hardship of unemployment in the rural sector. But this does not reduce the poverty of the family. Gradually, surplus labor from every household tends to migrate from the village to see or to search the job in urban areas. Because the 2 peoples can manage their work at their home in their village, so other 2 will move out in search of the job in the urban area. Next, let us discuss about the employment scenario in the 3 sectors mentioned earlier. Agriculture is the most labor absorbing sector of the economy. In recent years, there has been decline in the dependence of the population on agriculture, partially because of disguised unemployment discussed earlier. Already we had discussed this point earlier. Some of the surplus labor in the agriculture has been moved to either this, so on, right? Some of the surplus labor in the agriculture move to either the secondary and the tertiary, right? And second, in this secondary small scale manufacturing in the most labor absorbing. In case of such tertiary sector, various new services are now appearing like biotechnology, information technology and so on. Lastly, this is your homework. Let us read the story to know how the people could become an asset for the economy, for the village, the story of the village. Right? That is your homework. The homework that I am going to show you here, this one. This you have to read it. This is your homework. The story of the village. Right? So here we have finished our chapter. And this is the summary. Summary, you please write it because this is all about the chapter, right? You have seen how inputs like education and health help in making people an asset for the economy. Already you have seen education and health, how they are helping to make the person for economy a wonderful asset. The chapter also discusses about the economic activity undertaken in the three sectors of the economy. Economic activities, non-economic activities in primary, secondary and tertiary sector. We also study about the problem associated with the unemployment. We have seen what is unemployment and types of unemployment. Lastly, this chapter ends with the story of the village which formerly had no job but later had plenty. So lastly I want to tell you about that. This chapter is over here. You have to read this chapter once again. Lastly I want to thank each and everyone. If you still face any doubt, please let me know. We are going to take that doubt. And I am so happy that children are asking the doubts to me through the WhatsApp, through the audio or the visual call, and they are getting shouted their doubts. Thanking to each and everyone. Jai Hind.